geisha coffee.
And when you speak Spanish, you can understand Italian.
Everything is surrounded by caffeine. Even underground, in the roots, she has caffeine. You know what's going to happen? When the harvest time, the green fruits that were in the tree transform. I would like you to know if coffee tastes like coffee all the time. Yeah. Okay, so now we do like this. You suck it like a candy. We call it mucilago. In English it's just called jelly because the British people don't do coffee. I need to show you how you're gonna have your coffee plantation. The same seed you tasted, you can use it to germinate a coffee tree. After the day number 40, when they grow, the hard shell begins to fall and start to show the leaves of the plant. Oh. Well, if we were at low elevation, this plant takes 2 years to grow, to be an adult plant like this behind me. But in these conditions, higher altitude, the same plant takes 4 to 7 years to grow. So you want to be coffee farmer, you need to be very patient person or practice fishing. That will be a good idea. So you develop patience. When you're gonna do your plantation, you don't take these seeds that I took from below the trees because I don't know what's the nutrition of this. If you are a successful grower, you control everything. So I'm gonna show you where we grow the coffee plants. Sun keeps the temperature and also the plastic bags. Fertilizer, volcanic ground. The volcanic ground have around 21 different minerals. Fruity, sweet, wow, better flavors. Brazilians created this plant. This is a hybrid because Brazilians had problems selling the Caturra coffee. So this is a coffee that we call Catuai. This is a geisha coffee plant. It's a baby. Was left here for doing the tour. So you want geisha? I pay for it. Okay, bring me 2 geishas please, $160. Because you win competition using this coffee, and of course everybody in the room approach to you to try to buy it, but you don't have enough for everyone. So what you gonna do? You're gonna sell your small amount of geisha coffee in an auction, because in an auction you will have better price and you also avoid one problem. In the ancient times, like in the do this.
It's some sort of drug for you, right?
Oh yeah. You will get addicted, I'm pretty sure. Get closer to the back and move it. It's very sweet. It's like a berries, raisins, super sweet.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like raisin.
And that way it goes grading the coffee. Why we do the selection by size? Does it mean that a very large coffee seed tastes better? In reality, no. We do this because I understand some the coffee seed is lighter. With gravity, we're gonna be falling to this side of the machine. So this machine also shakes. This is not Shakira, this is Beyonce. So, separation by color. 20 to 30 people in a special flat table will come, do it by hand. This is important to know because, for example, if you work in France for a coffee company as a coffee buyer and you come to a country like Panama, every coffee you buy will be your responsibility. If the coffee is bad, try to move this.
Sticky. It's like a honey, like a sugar.
See? Lots of sugar. If you smell it, wow.
Wow.
Very sweet, huh? Then we're gonna drink lots of coffee, including geisha.
Got the eye. Bourbon. Got the eye. Got to.
Can you feel the difference?
Smell it.
Okay, the three first coffees, you can tell that they were produced the same way. They were washed from its jelly, from its pulp. The result is going to be very fruity, like berries, wild berries, strawberry, mango, pineapple. Those guys love it. Very fruity, sweet, and it's crazy to think that this is the same plant that this.
Naturalized.
And the wash
Yeah.
plant.
Compare. Oh, it's such...
It's everything you find.
This will be better choice to make business in the Asian market and also Australia and New Zealand. Taiwan adore this coffee. Geisha, the first geisha I'm giving you in the table is processed wash. This smells like lemon, floral like jasmine. If it don't smell like coffee, that means that we're doing it good. Because the objective is not to make it smell like coffee. And now I'm gonna give you natural geisha. You can see the geisha coffee, the seeds are very big.
Oh.
Wow. This is like a guava. Like a guava, sweet pineapple, passion fruit. Not that lemony like the wash geisha. The first part when we do this activity is called fragrance test. So when we add hot water, that is going to change from fragrance to aromatic. Because when you do the infusion with hot water, you release oils and sugars that all the coffees have, and that's a different component. It's called aroma. Fragrance and aroma is not the same thing. People say that was the same. To do this, we need water. We need it to be hot. Depending on the altitude, the water can heat up at different temperatures. We need the water to be filtered. Maybe there are minerals that turn the water acidic or alkaline, and that changes the coffee flavor. In the professional tasting, you don't use machines because for tasting profile, machines can modify balance or remove flavor. We need direct infusion. We do the direct infusion, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna smell it. Now this is more nutty chocolate. Wow. The Catuai now is smelling like a citrus tea, like a orange tea, like a tangerine, sweet, and the Caturra, chocolatey good. Now it's more nutty. Let's find the difference between fragrance, this is now aroma. Now like a white chocolate, brown sugar. Wow, this will be more evident on the natural coffee, the change from fragrance to aroma. It smells like a strawberry kind of. So how we gonna do it? We're gonna smell the crust one more time. And while smelling, if it steams your glasses, you're doing it right. So later, you clean the spoon in water. Remember, if the closer you can be, the more things you can smell. But you only do it on the top, because in the bottom, there are sediment. We don't want to smell the sediment. So we are going to do this on all the samples.
I think it becomes kind of sweeter.
See, more intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the purpose to do that. This is the part that all the coffee judge wants to do, breaking it. So now at least you can go to the Bourbon and you can go to the Natural. Wow, this is the one you really gonna like. Wow. Uy, uy, uy. The Bourbon usually turns more chocolatey.
Yeah, I like it.
And nutty like a almond.
Ay, natural.
Taiwan, Korea, really love it. At least we'll stir natural geisha, we'll stir the wash geisha. More tropical fruits, passion fruit, tamarind. And for Sanjo, what he's smelling is more similar to lemongrass tea, Persian lime, floral, jasmine, gardenia. We are almost ready to enjoy our coffees, but before we do it, I need to show you what happened in a real coffee competition. In a real coffee competition, people is giving scores to the coffee like this. Right now we just finished with this little part, fragrance and aroma. Now you can find flavor, aftertaste, acidity, body, uniformity, balance, clean cup, sweetness, and overall. So the scores begin from 6 to 9.75. People ask me why there is no 1 to 5. I'm gonna ask you, why is a coffee 1 to 5 in this table? And it has to be moved. To go. My friends, and now the judge, when they have the clean cup like this, will do the tasting. We used to do the tour like this before, but now we don't do it because too much complaint. But I need to show you the real world. They slurp and they spit out the coffee. It's very gross, it doesn't look nice, but that's what they do.
Like wine tasting.
Like wine tasting. Why they slurp the coffee? Because you can find all of this. They spit it not because the coffee is bad. They spit it because in a competition you have between 20 to 40 coffees to taste. Hey, you know. So we used to do the tour like that, but now we don't because I understand in tourism that doesn't look nice. What we're gonna do? We are going to take our cups. Only take 1 spoon from this coffee, and then you wanna slurp it? Yeah. Ah, slurp it then. It's very bitter.
Yeah, it's bitter.
Your tongue, if you pass your tongue in your palate like this, you're gonna. If I'm gonna make business with Asians, this is good coffee to present myself. Very good, natural Catline. The geisha, wow. Very citrus. It's like a Persian lemon. It's like a very tangy, like a tangerine kind of, and floral.
Let's go have some fun.